Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Orlando Valido, Oli Valido, or simply let it call me here on YouTube. Tonight I'm going to present to you an actress, a movie star that I used to love very, very much. And she is almost my age too. Yeah, my age, 60, 60 or 66 years old, I believe she is right now. And before I get started, it's 8:43 p.m. Today is May 11, 2026. And let me show you here the first picture of this beautiful girl. Yeah, Kristy Nichols. Kristy Nichols. I'm going to put up a biography not done by me, but done by somebody else more professionally than me, I would guess. But nevertheless, this will be a very, very interesting biography of Kristy Nichols. Stay tuned.
These turn into the biggest stars today. And speaking of that era, Kristy Nichols was also a beloved star at that time. The question is, what happened to the actress? She suddenly disappeared out of the limelight, which got her fans wondering. Well, it turns out she retired over 20 years ago, and now Kristy McNichols comes forward for what happened back then. Plus, the actress has another good reason why she has resurfaced now, so make sure to keep watching if you want to know more. But before we answer the aforementioned questions, let's start from the top and talk about the former actress's humble beginnings. Born on September 11, 1962, Christina Ann McNichol was the daughter of James and Carolyn McNichol. She was the middle child of 3 children, with a younger brother, Tommy, and an older brother, Jimmy, who acted alongside her. Her parents were just ordinary people, with her father, who worked as a carpenter, and her mother doing odd jobs to make ends meet, especially when their father abandoned them at a young age. Her mother worked as a secretary, a cosmetic salesperson, and as an extra in a movie. At a young age, McNichol worked along with her brother Jimmy in various commercials until she managed to catch her own gigs, starting with gig appearances that progressed into series. Some of her earlier projects include the action series Starsky and Hutch, the sci-fi adventure The Bionic Woman, and the comedy anthology Love, American Style. She made progress and became a series regular for the first time in the short-lived drama Apple's Way in 1974. With her talent, it didn't take long for McNichol to get her big break, and hers came in the form of playing Letitia Buddy Lawrence in the drama series Family that aired from 1976 to 1980. Comprised of 86 episodes, the series revolves around a middle-class couple living with their 3 kids in California. As simple as it is, the series shows how the family navigated through life like people usually do, which allowed it to connect with the audience, thus making it one of the most popular shows at the time. As for playing the role of Buddy, she liked playing it so much, and even told the Daily Journal that her character is a lot like her, and that she has turned Buddy into herself. McNichol acted alongside Hollywood's powerhouses like James Broderick and Sada Thompson. She may very well be the newcomer in the cast, but her acting was impressive enough that she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in a drama series for 3 years in a row, starting in 1977 and lasting until 1979. Moreover, the starlet was also nominated for the Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a drama series in 1980. Kristy McNichol's work snowballed from there, and she found herself working on various projects like the 1977 TV special titled The Carpenters at Christmas, where she performed alongside the musical duo. The following year, she and her brother Jimmy tried to break into the music industry and recorded an album titled Kristy and Jimmy McNichol under RCA Records. The album included the hit songs He's So Fine and Page by Page, with the latter peaking at rank 70 on the Billboard chart. It didn't take long for the actress to branch out into movies, and her first supposed credited role should have been in the 1977 American thriller Black Sunday, but her scenes got cut. Fortunately, McNichol has another project, and this time she starred with Burt Reynolds and Sally Field in the 1978 black comedy The End. But if we're talking about one of the best performances McNichol gave, then it would have to be in the 1980 coming-of-age film Little Darlings. She portrayed Angel Bright and acted opposite Tatum O'Neal, Cynthia Nixon, and Matt Dillon, earning critical acclaim for her acting prowess. That same year, she also acted in The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, where she received a 6-digit salary, which was totally uncommon, especially for teenagers like her. If anything, this just goes to show how valuable and great McNichol was in her craft. With all these credentials under her name, it's pretty obvious that Kristy Nichols has a lot ahead of her, and just when the public least expected it, the actress left the limelight. What could have made her choose to do so? Keep watching to find out. As glamorous as Hollywood is, it's not always sunshine and rainbows, especially for the actors and actresses who started young in the industry, like Kristy Nichols. She struggled with a lot of things that had taken a toll on her well-being, though she was quite unaware of it at the time. Like most celebrities, the actress had to deal with the pressure of being in the limelight, especially at such a young age. It didn't help that being exposed to the public frequently, if not constantly, pressured her, and it didn't help that they also had high expectations, which stressed her even further. In addition to that, she also struggled heavily to come to terms with her sexuality, especially during a time when the queer community was not as supportive back then as it is now. In a 1989 interview with People, McNichol spoke candidly for the first time about how her life went after the family series wrapped up. Sexual favors are probably one of the biggest issues in Hollywood, and yet to this day, this continues. During her interview with People, she opened up about how she suffered something traumatic in a certain location, leaving her shocked, hurt, and disappointed, especially since it happened in what was supposed to be a safe space for her. She was a teenager when it happened, and she got called to the director's trailer during lunchtime for a meeting. Contrary to what she had in mind, what welcomed the young McNichol instead was an attempt at seduction, with her recalling how he tried to come on to her in a really bad way. "I thought he was a friend," McNichol expressed. "This is someone I trusted. Suddenly his arms were all over me and he was pulling me close. It was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I was young, but I wasn't so naive not to say, 'Get your hands off me.' I mean, I left his trailer right away." She may have made her escape, but that incident got her freaked out pretty badly, and at the same time, it also made her question a lot of things. She questioned the industry as well as what her life was all about, and by the time she contemplated an answer, she didn't like it. This incident also kicked off her emotional spiral toward a breakdown that would lead to her career crisis. In 1984, the actress starred as the lead character in the comedy drama Just the Way You Are, and although the film's content is overall lighthearted, there was so much happening behind the scenes. In the movie, she portrays a handicapped musician who hid her leg brace while taking a vacation in the French Alps, a characteristic she also somewhat shared with the actress. The issue dates back 2 years earlier, in 1982, when she showed up at the airport, unwilling to go to Europe, especially since she had started to suffer from self-doubt and depression, as if she were on the brink of a breakdown. She already told her manager on the way to the airport how she felt about the project, recalling in a quivering voice how she thought she shouldn't do this movie. Unfortunately, they didn't see eye to eye since the whole team assured her that they'd get through it. McNichol relates how none of them saw her as a person who was struggling, even though she tried and pleaded for them to listen to her. This just made the young actress even more confused. "I was so depressed, I was so full of anxiety, I was a wreck, and there I was filming a movie," she told People. When she got to the filming location, helmed by director Eduard Molinaro, who can only speak broken English, McNichol went through a grueling 5 weeks of filming. Of course, the production team couldn't understand what the actress was going through, although they did the best they could to help her as best they could. In the end, They hired a masseuse in an attempt to alleviate her increasing anxiety. What's impressive about McNichol is that even though she couldn't deal with her problems, she could deliver a stunning performance in a snap, as she had been trained to do most of her life. She shared with people how when the team yells, "Roll," she'd instantly conjure enough energy to deliver a scene. But as soon as they say, "Cut," the young actress reverts to her distressed and anxious self. She even went as far as to call herself a sad little lost animal in the darkness. Despite her declining mental health, filming continued, which doubled her troubles as well. She says how she was totally out of control, and it even got to the point that she couldn't eat or sleep well while they were filming in France. On the rare occasion that she got to sleep, McNichol said she dreamed of strange things and cried all the time. Because she lived in such a condition, the actress's weight dropped to a shocking 96 lbs, all due to non-stop crying and anxiety. Her stress even manifested in her shaking like a leaf all the time, and if she's not crying, she's either freaking out or confused. Ultimately, she said that filming the movie was the hardest thing she had ever done. She found the light at the end of a dark tunnel, found escape in the form of a 2-week Christmas break, and returned to California. Once she got home, she talked to a friend, asking what she needed to do, so the same friend brought her to a psychiatrist who specialized in teens struggling with emotional problems. One of the things the doctor noticed about her was that she was full of anger, citing how she had no idea she had that much pain inside her body, but the doctor assured her that it was bound to happen, so she shouldn't feel weirded out. Hearing him say that, McNichol said that it made her feel better, and no one else said that. Furthermore, her doctor advised the actress that she couldn't return to work on the movie given her current condition, so McNichol did something she never did before. She refused to return to work, at least not immediately, because she did return a year later to finish filming, but by then, rumors circulating about her were getting out of hand. Some claim that she was a drug addict, while others have branded her as an alcoholic, and many others say that she's manic-depressive. As for the studio, the official statement they released said that McNichol was suffering from a chemical imbalance, which only fanned the fire. Her interview with People became her means of clearing her name, denying all those rumors. She's not manic-depressive, alcoholic, or on lithium. Although she admits that she's had a few drinks before, McNichol stressed that she has never been hooked on drugs or drinks. She has her own problems, but not the kind associated with those things. Even though she cleared her name of all these nasty rumors, the actress admits that she actually has a problem. If you're curious to know about this, then keep on watching. To stop the rumors once and for all, Kristy McNichols decided to come clean and reveal to people what her problem is. An emotional breakdown, which is a delayed response due to the high pressure built as a result of child stardom. Ever since she was younger, McNichols narrates how she was already a professional, making money, and assuming responsibilities. Like many child stars, she didn't get to live the life of a child and was already living the adult life. Her escape trip to California proved to be useful because, under the doctor's care, as well as the love and support of her family and friends, the actress started a slow but steady recovery. Her older brother Jimmy even moved in with her so he could provide direct support. McNichols started intensive psychotherapy to uncover the root of all her subconscious anger that led to her collapse. She described the therapy as a weird place to be, comparing it to a dream because it wasn't real. It was strange and scary. Being forced to grow up even though she was still a child stemmed from her childhood. After her father divorced her mother when she was younger, she looked for show business careers for the young Jimmy and Kristy, then doubled as their business manager. She described her relationship with her mother as reverse, with young McNichol acting as the mother and the latter as the child. It was young Kristy who cleaned the house and was the composed one when everyone else was carefree. She carried this attitude well into the set of Family, as she played the role of Buddy. "I was like a miniature adult," McNichol says. "I'd go off to work every day with a little briefcase. I really think I grew up backward. There is the way most kids do it, and then there is the way Chris did it." Even her co-star in the show, Dina Manoff, describes her as such, even going as far as saying that the actress was the most adult kid I'd ever met on set, Adding to her problem is the fact that she was also an overachiever who wanted to please everybody. McNichol says no isn't included in her vocabulary because she wants to please everybody, most especially her mother. McNichol went on about how her mother always wanted to be an actress, so it made her think that her mother's frustration with becoming an actress was pushed onto her. It made her mother happy, but McNichol was well into the industry when she realized she was the one who was not happy doing it. Another co-star of hers who commented on McNichol's composure was her family on-screen mother, Sada Thompson. The latter went on about how McNichol seemed as if she didn't feel the pressures of growing up as a successful child actress. However, it eventually began to show as McNichol got older. Once she turned 18, she started acting out pretty childishly, and in her mind, she realized she wanted to live her childhood at last. Instead of becoming a woman, McNichol said she wanted to be a child at 18, which was the result of the emotional pressures forced on her. This childish act soon affected her career, and a series of bad business decisions left her money in disarray. She realized she was falling apart right when she was about to enter adulthood, which left her crumbling. When you come to the fact that you could have controlled the whole thing if only you had known, it can be really hard to accept and can make you really angry, the actress said candidly. It all came to a head. All the rejection, all the ups and downs of my career. Not having a childhood, coming from a broken home, not going to school, not going to the prom, all these people telling me to do this and do that and not having any say-so. People think I must have been on drugs or something, but when you're young, all of that is enough to make you crack. Thankfully, she managed to bounce back and decided to explore something new. So with that, the next project she chose was the comedy Empty Nest. Her reason for that was simply because she wanted to do something different and had enough drama. But before she could bag the role, the studio wanted to do an emotional check first, and they were well aware of McNichol's infamous reputation back then. The show's TV co-executive producer, Paul Witt, did a background check on her, and fortunately, everything checked out. The next thing the actress needed to do was overcome her fear of filming during the first few episodes, since she had never worked in front of a studio audience or filmed a sitcom before. Her acting chops did wonders at hiding her fear because none of her co-stars were aware that she was feeling fearful while filming the first episodes. Thankfully, Empty Nest was a commercial success, and it brought McNichol's name back on the map, leading her to more projects. Many celebrities look forward to their retirement because by then, they'll be able to do the things they weren't able to do, especially since they have more freedom. Privacy is also something they struggle with, so at least now there are no more cameras to scrutinize their every move. In 1992, McNichol decided to step away from acting because she'd had enough of battling with her personal issues and mental health. In 2001, she released a full statement under her publicist, citing that it was time to play her biggest part, which is herself. "I must say that it has been the best thing that ever happened to me," McNichol said in the letter. "So many fans are disappointed that I'm not currently acting. However, some may not realize that the process I'm in at this time is necessary and vital for my personal happiness and well-being." However, Kristy McNichol did the brave act of returning to the media's eyes, and for good reason. If you want to know more about it, then make sure you stay tuned. When stars turn their backs from the spotlight, they make sure to commit to it, fading to the background, but not Kristy McNichol. In 2012, the actress re-entered the spotlight to reveal that she had been in a 2-decade relationship with her partner, Marty Allen. By coming forward, McNichol hoped that it would serve as an inspiration for others who are feeling excluded and bullied by their sexuality. According to her publicist, Jeff Ballard, the family actress is very sad about kids being bullied. She hopes that coming out can help kids who need support, Ballard said on behalf of the actress, adding that McNichol would like to help others who feel different. Unfortunately for her fans, she has no plans on ever returning to the big or small screen since she's pretty comfortable and happy, living like any regular person. However, the former actress's calling to music became loud and clear, so she enrolled in a music program at Los Angeles Valley College in 2011 and began singing as a member of the choir. Apart from that, she became active in the LAVC Foundation, which helps raise funds and keeps the music program up and running. She was so dedicated to it that in a 2015 interview, she expressed how she never want them to lose the music program due to funding, because that would be the saddest thing in the world. In addition to that, McNichol also believes that music really helps young people, which explains her tenacity at why she wants to keep it alive.